Good evening. We welcome you to the University of Mary Hardin Baylor, where your UMHB Crusaders are set to take on the visiting Yellow Jackets of Howard Payne University, an ASC contest.
A quick start, try to jump down and get a goal early is the game plan for UMHB off the bat, but I think this could be a close affair.
Yeah, of course, huge weekend in the ASC standings. UMHB playing host tonight to Howard Payne on Saturday night. Of course, I don't want to get too ahead of my skis, but on Saturday night they will play host to Hardin Simmons. How important is this home schedule the next 3 evenings, and what does that mean ultimately for postseason play?
Yeah, I think it's okay to get out in front of your skis when you've got just 2 weekends left in conference play, and this being the final homestand for UMHB, and it's 2 big games. You want to win your games at home. But yeah, if you look at the table right now in the ASC, pretty tight at the top. UMHB just holding a slight edge over Hardin Simmons.
Ball floated on the back post there. Header one, ball still in bounds. Yellow Jackets now clearing it up to midfield. Giveaway there by Duyon, but cleaned up by Sawyer Young. Sorry, didn't mean to cut you off there.
No, it's good. Yeah, so a big weekend because you really have to get, if you're UMHB, you have to get a result tonight against Howard Payne here at home. And then you've got second place Hardin Simmons coming in. You beat them away. UMHB beat them in Abilene. So really got to be 2 wins for UMHB this weekend to be heading into postseason play here in a couple of weeks.
Restart coming from Tinkus, number 99 goalkeeper for Howard Payne. Ball going to go out of play there. Throw-in's going to be thrown back in by Carter Simpson. Yellow Jackets patient just to drop all the way back. Tinkus going to come here on the near side to Connolly. Connolly's going to get fouled up there. Foul going against Mary Hardin Baylor. And of course with that stoppage, going to highlight the starting 11 for your UMHB Crusaders. In goal, number 1, Hayden Owens. The 3 defenders, of course UMHB coming out in their normal 3-5-2, but it's going to be Will Snyder on the right, Chase Duyon in the middle, Giannis Benet here on the left side. You're going to have your 5 midfielders, Peyton Razy, Chase Charrington, Evan Ruiz, Sawyer Young, Carter Simpson. Opportunity here. Aguilera drawing a corner kick out of that. And then your 2 forwards up top for UMHB are number 17, Aiden Aguilera, and number 7, Carson Macias. Of course, UMHB under the direction of head coach Ben Allen. He is assisted by assistant coach Malik Shahid. Corner kick opportunity here. Sawyer Young set to take it. Corner kick specialist for Mary Hardin Baylor. Ball's driven in on the near post. Tinkus coming with a Superman punch, and that's going to go out once again for another Mary Hardin Baylor corner kick.
Win the ball!
Sawyer Young set again to take it. Right-footed ball driven into the middle of the 6-yard box. Call going to go against Mary Hardin Baylor. in the restart with Tinkus. Tinkus going to give it away first time, although Chase Charrington unable to put that touchdown. Off go the Yellow Jackets the other way. That's Saldana on the far side, unable to maintain possession. Carter Simpson coming all the way back. And to Malden. Ball's going to be cleared first time by Hayden Owens. Chase Charrington with the left-footed ball into an on-running Peyton Razy, who just holds up a little bit. Ball played a little bit more vertical than he wanted there, unfortunately, and not going to be worn down by Razy in the long run. So Razy patient to hold up. And to Aguilera. Aguilera 1-2 off of Carson Macias. Ruiz on the far side into Simpson. Simpson with the right-footed ball. It's going to be blocked on the far side. That's Gregory Tejeda on the left side for the Yellow Jackets.
That's a good combination play at the edge of the area by Aguilera and Macias. The ball ended up with Ruiz. I just wonder if he could have not hit that first time just to, 6-7 minutes in, test the goalkeeper early on.
Ball's going to be thrown in, and that's going to go just over the crossbar. It looked like Giannis Benet was able to get his head on that. Of course, Giannis Benet scoring a couple goals this season off the header. He seems to be the target man, but that opportunity just sailing over the crossbar. Talk a little bit about some of the players to watch. I know Malden seems to be their point getter for Howard Payne, but what other players, both sides of the ball, do you anticipate having maybe an impact on tonight's match?
Yeah, I think if you look at the crew, in this 3-5-2, it's always going to be a lot of focus on these, call them wing backs. So right now it's Razy and Carter Simpson on the right and left-hand sides, respectively. And you're playing in that role, you can a lot of times get into some really dangerous attacking positions, and it comes down to how good the service is, crosses into the box. So I think that's really a key position for the crew, that if they're going to score goals, exploiting Howard Payne around the wings and getting good service into the box. Yeah, like you said, Malden, the leading scorer for Howard Payne. I think you've got the leadership of Hefner, in the middle of the field, and really those two guys are going to be the ones that are carrying Howard Payne tonight. Massengill has pitched in with a couple goals this year, so he's one to watch too. And then I think, you've got to put down the goalkeeper as one of the big threats here. It's going to be, we faced 13 shots last time against UMHB, so definitely going to be a factor. And then we've seen that early on with crosses coming into the box. He's going to have to be really confident coming off his line, winning balls in the air.
Right, and of course both teams coming out in a 3-5-2 tonight, which is going to play crucial in the midfield. There's going to be a lot of bodies in the midfield position moving around. It's going to be probably a war of attrition in the midfield to see who can maintain possession. I mean, gosh, you want to talk about being in the trenches. This game is going to essentially be won in that midfield trench.
Mm-hmm.
Back to Tinkus. Tinkus playing the ball into the night sky. Won first time by Giannis Benet. Peyton Racy here on the near side. It's going to go back to Benet. Benet going to be patient to swing it all the way on the far side over to Will Snyder. Giveaway there by the crew. UMHB back with possession. Carter Simpson connecting pass into Aiden Aguilera. Aguilera behind the feet of Carter Simpson. Looks like Carter Simpson was ready to get on his wheels. Sawyer Young. Ball's going to be won by Rydell. Ashton Rydell here on the near side. Ball's going to be given up by Gregory Tejeda. Going to go the opposite way. I'm going to highlight the starting 11 for the visiting Yellow Jackets with that stoppage in play. You got number 99, Dane Tinkus in goal. 3 defenders, number 12, Devin Connolly, number 17, Prabir Singh, number 20, Dylan Masson Gill. 5 midfielders, number 3, Ashton Rydell, number 6, Gregory Tejeda, number 32, Taylor Hefner, number 25, Anthony Vasquez Arvizo, number 14, Cameron Phipps, number 5, Ethan Malden, and number 23, Xavier Saldana. Yellow Jackets are under the direction of head coach Brandon McGivney, and he's assisted by assistant coach Jordan Villanueva. Quiet night here in Belton, Texas. Of course, I think we all wished it was a little bit more like fall soccer, a little warmer than we anticipated. About 80 degrees, doesn't seem to be an ounce of wind. Pretty calm conditions. And the number one factor, at least thus far, no crickets.
No crickets.
It's been unfortunate. They've been on the broadcast all here, it seems like all season thus far, but I'm not disappointed that they've finally moved on. So, Malden holding that up, patient to connect with the Yellow Jacket, far side. Looks like Phipps is on the far side over there. Correction, that's Anthony Vasquez Arvizo. Yellow Jackets with possession in the midfield. Ball being pinged around. Tackle there by Aiden Aguilera going the other way. Doesn't have a supporting cast with him, but he's going to get bumped. Going to draw a foul there just inside their attacking third. Number 32, Taylor Hefner, drawing the foul.
Yeah,
for the Yellow Jackets.
Having some words with Hefner. That's one of those ones that's borderline yellow card. You know, I don't want to see someone get a yellow card this early in the match, but Aguilera taking that touch around Hefner. Wouldn't say he's in on goal. He's probably about 35 yards out, but is really kind of borderline there. But I like the decision for the referee to keep the cards in the pocket at this stage in the game. Well,
and I like the decision from Aiden Aguilera to turn C3 the Navy jerseys and say, hey, I'm going to try to make something out of this opportunity. And sure enough, yeah, we don't get a shot on goal, but we've got a dangerous free kick opportunity. Two-man supporting cast for UMHB. You got number 17, Aiden Aguilera, lined up. Looks like he might be the one to take this alongside Peyton Razy. Peyton Razy's going to run over the ball as a decoy. Ball's going to be floated into the box. Looked like he was trying to connect with the on-running Giannis Benet's feet, but unable to do so. Chase Charrington's going to come and clean up the mess. Duyon looking to connect into Carson Macias. Carson Macias still waved on inside the 18-yard box. Makes the first man miss, and he puts it in the back of the net. I think the Yellow Jackets thought for a minute that he was offsides, but he kept his run going. The AR not signaling it. Obviously, he's onside. Makes the first touch pass to the defender and puts it in the back of the net. And just like that, UMHB drawing first blood.
Yeah, the ball from Duyon, just kind of a hopeful long diagonal ball waiting for someone to run on it. I think Macias, as we've seen, judged to be onside, just a late run, did a great job to bring that down on the touchline. Looked like he had zero angle to shoot that. Nutmeg the defender, and then you just go for power and beat Sinkas at the front post. Really good take from Carson Macias, and just what the Crew needs to start this game. 1-0 to the Crew,
and
14th minute.
You know, that's a situation where goalkeeper has to make a save in the near post. The angle is so tight that's his one assignment, right? And what a great finish, a one-on-one finish between Macias to make something out of that opportunity and find it in the back of the net. I think he had us all surprised with that Houdini-like play. Ball going all the way back to Tinkus. Tinkus with a good restart here on the near side. Peyton Razy going to win the first ball and the second ball and get the foul against him.
Hey, Razy, weak side, keep your width, stay off him.
Will Snyder on the far side going into space. And Carter Simpson. Carter Simpson with an outlet. First time touch by Carson Macias, looking to connect with Aiden Aguilera. Ball's going to go out for what I would anticipate to be a long throwing opportunity for Carter Simpson. Simpson with the throw into the box. Giannis Benet going to get his head on it, but be called again for a foul opportunity. It's 2 we've seen recently with the foul going against UMHB. Tinkus with the free kick. First ball is going to be won by Young. Second ball by Snyder. Yellow Jackets are going to come away with possession. Malden in the midfield. I do appreciate the Yellow Jackets equipment manager looking out for us tonight and providing the Navy jerseys with the white numbers. Much easier for us to read. Benet back to Dion. Simpson back to Dion. Dion with not a Yellow Jacket in sight. Lazy one-on-one across the box. He's going to try to cross the ball. It's going to be cleared out by number 12, Connolly. Ball's going to go out for another corner kick opportunity.
Yeah, it's good from Razy. You could hear the shouts from the bench to take them on 1v1. They want these wingers to get around the outside, get to the touchline. I think Razy even had the beating of the defender. Could have gone a little bit further to try to get to the touchline before serving that ball, but still a good job to beat his man and win the corner here.
Young. Ref calling stoppage there. Going back to the corner kick. Looks like he's telling guys just to keep your hands to yourself.
Yeah, 2 fouls already called on set pieces with a lot of bodies in the box. It's clear the referee's not going to tolerate any jockeying in the box.
Let's limit the PDA, please. Ball's going to be driven in. First time header there by Carter Simpson on the near side. Ball's going to be driven over the crossbar.
Yeah, that's really a good chance. You know, kind of let that go as maybe a half chance, but the way that Simpson was able to get free from his man there, he's going to want that one back.
Connolly set to take the throw in here on the near side, right in front of his bench. Ball going to be thrown in. Evan Ruiz coming back to head it back to Dion. Dion going all the way back to Hayden Owens. UMHB seeming to have a lot of time on the ball tonight. I feel like there's been a couple games where the pressure's been relatively high, but I feel like the Yellow Jackets are kind of sinking back, letting them kind of maintain possession and kind of dictate this, what's going to transpire.
Yeah, I was looking at that just a second ago. It's kind of a half-hearted press. So you got the front really 3 that are pressing a little bit, cutting off passing lanes, but then you look and there's a lot of space, a lot of blue shirts that are sitting back, so pretty comfortable for the crew to knock the ball around in the defensive 3, and then whichever midfielder decides to drop back, Ruiz and Young at this time. But sloppy giveaway in possession like this gives Howard Payne a chance to counter.
Sure. Ball going to be floated on the backside. Ball going to be going into Malden. Delivered from Saldana. Ball still in for the Yellow Jackets. Floated in the box. Dion's going to win the first header. Handball going to be called. It's going to go against Saldana.
Forward!
Ball going to be driven down to Peyton Razy and then near side corner, but unable to keep it in the field of play.
It's a difficult ball to hit, really. It's got to be a floated ball over the back line that's got to check and stop before it goes out of bounds. Those balls are typically easier played diagonally, although it's going to be running away from Razy.
Sawyer Young with the first ball into Chase Charrington. Evan Ruiz looking for an outlet. Going to get away with one as it bounces off a Yellow Jacket. Malden.
Go forward!
Sawyer Young looking for the dangerous ball on the far side to Carter Simpson, but another one a little too vertical there, a little bit too driven. Carter Simpson just running out of real estate, sorry.
Yeah, no, you're good. There's a few of these long balls that floating out of bounds, and I think really if you look at it, easy to see from our vantage point, but
sure.
Howard Payne's sitting back a little bit. Someone's just going to have to dribble and go at defenders instead of trying to float the perfect ball in behind. It worked for the Macias goal because it was kind of coming from a busted set piece, but one of these midfielders for the Crew is going to have to take it upon themselves to turn and go at defenders to start to open up spaces.
First touch inside. Aguilera able to keep it in the field of play. Trying to play a negative ball into Carter Simpson, who was kind of sitting at the PK spot, but ball was going to be deflected by the Yellow Jackets. Going to go out for another long throw-in opportunity for Carter Simpson. Simpson with the ball floated in the box. Tinkus able to get a hand on it. Razy here on the near side. Going to play a ball back into the box. Top of the 18-yard box, won by the Yellow Jackets. That's going to be a deflection, and that's going to go off for a corner kick. I even gave the signal.
Yeah, it's good officiating. I thought it might have been a handball the way it came off.
Yeah.
It was kind of high.
Sawyer Young taking it from the far side this time. Short restart, and then Macias. Macias into the box, and goodness gracious, Giannis Benea had almost a sitter that he just had to poke in and sailed it over the crossbar.
Big reactions from the press box. You feel like he just had to let it hit him, and it goes in somehow just on that half bounce. Ball rising up to meet his foot and just floats over the back of the net. You're just waiting to see Giannis score that goal right there. Unfortunate, we'll say, to not put that ball in the back of the net.
Yeah, it's kind of one of those in the
back, you know.
Well, and it's kind of one of those in the moment, and I can't say I haven't been there, but you know, you're just kind of shocked that it actually landed at your feet, right?
Yeah.
And
we've all done it.
Right, it's more reactionary in that sense. That it's like, oh my gosh, it's already here. All I had to do was just stick a foot out, but before I knew it, the opportunity had already gone, and so I can't fault him, but. You know, I would think he gets another opportunity like that, and he's gonna bury that.
Yeah, you're exactly right. It's one of those ones you don't expect it to get through that many bodies, and by the time it does get to you, you really don't have time to react.
Carter Simpson working on the far side against Phipps. Phipps doing a good bit of defending there, going to win back possession for the Yellow Jackets, but Will Schneider coming to clean up the mess. Giveaway for the Yellow Jackets in the midfield. Carson Macias with the first touch around the defender. And goodness gracious, Carson Macias is having himself a night already. Another dangerous opportunity. Great save by Tinkus, but Carson Macias just looks like a man on fire.
Yeah, a really good save by Tinkus. And I think Macias is going to be kicking himself that he didn't find the back of the net there. And somehow the referee is judging that to come off Macias last, but I just wonder, obviously we get the benefit of the doubt sitting up here and saying what he should have done, but I wonder if Macias could have gone around the goalkeeper as he was,
sure.
Tinkus was coming out to the onrushing Macias. That's also a tougher finish than you think, too. You're
absolutely.
With the goalie,
correct.
Both going full steam. Keeper cuts down the angle.
Oh, yeah. You don't realize how fast he's breaking down that angle. And that big window that you see on that, 12-foot goal becomes essentially nothing.
24-foot goal.
Is it 24?
24.
Goodness gracious. It shows how long it's been since I played. Yellow Jackets on the far side in front of the fans. Good bit of fans in the stands tonight. Always love this time of year here on campus. A lot going on. A lot of sports. Of course, you're getting into the later postseasons or the end of the regular seasons for a lot of the seasons that are fall. So there's always fun things to go watch and go do. Of course, we all wish it was a little bit cooler, but great time nonetheless. Says a guy who's in a quarter zip and leggings.
It's cold up here.
I know. I was outside earlier and I thought, man, I might need a jacket tonight. Yellow Jackets with the driven ball. First save of the night coming for Hayden Owens.
It's Ashton Rydell, number 3, coming from this right back position, finding himself given a chance on goal.
You see here kind of that space that we talked about that Giannis Benet has. Again, he shifts over, and of course you've got number 32, Hefner, in the midfield, but these left and right wingers, not wingers, I guess, the defenders, Giannis Benet, and on the far side, Will Snyder, they almost have an acre of real estate to where they can just kind of take as they want. Peyton Razy here on the near side working one-on-one. Ball's going to be driven across left-footed, right-footed shot from Carter Simpson. Just going to go wide.
Yeah, the chances are mounting. That's a difficult one for Simpson to try to get his hip up and around that to keep that ball down and on target, but you just got to think that second goal feels like it's coming for the Crew.
Yeah, and I know, if you're Coach Allen, I know he's talked about more recently just making good opportunities, getting opportunities in the run of play, and I feel like tonight UMHB really getting their chances in the run of play, and of course Macias finishing on his opportunity. You would think UMHB is going to continue to have those chances and hopefully capitalize, as we're just over 25 minutes into this 90-minute game. Carter Simpson on the far side. Ball driven into the box. Header going to be won by Singh. Tejeda here on the near side. Going to drop it off for Malden. Malden looking for the connecting pass into Hefner, but that's going to be picked off by Will Snyder. UMHB going the other way. Chase Charrington on the far side. Kept it in the field of play. Ball into the box. Singh trying to clear it. Second time going to be cleared by Saldana. Correction, that was Vasquez Orvizo. Yellow Jackets maintaining possession in the midfield. Ball going to be driven into the box by Saldana. Hayden Owens going to come collect effortlessly.
Yeah, a lot of chances for the Crew already in this first half, but goal scoring definitely has not been prolific this season for the Crew.
Saldana with a dangerous opportunity on frame. Hayden Owens going to collect that. Charrington being pressed in the midfield. Is going to get through 2 defenders. Make the third one miss. Going to get tripped up and going to get the foul called in his favor. Chase Charrington making a little bit of mincemeat of the Yellow Jackets midfield.
And we're going to see our first yellow card caution of the night. It's coming to 25. Vasquez Arvizo.
Ball driven into the box. Peyton Razy going to keep it on. A little jaw jacking going on here on the near side by the incoming substitution for Howard Payne.
I like it. I like the energy.
That's one of those things where you just hope that you play well, because if you don't,
you
will never hear the end of it. Ball still in for UMHB in the 18-yard box. Crazy looking to drive the ball across the box. Going to be blocked by Rydell.
See our first subs of the night.
The crew, we have number 12 and number 27. Devin Connolly. Jacob Balcom.
It's going to be the two
and number 10 and number 11 for
forwards coming off for UMHB. Going to be replaced by Jacob Balcom and Ariano, the two subs for Howard Payne. Vic, you get those numbers?
Yes, number 10, Colby Lara, and number 11, Anthony Herrera. Long throw in by Carter Simpson. Will Snyder winning the first one. Peyton Razy. Foul going to go against him. Razy getting a little bit of a warning. I would say a sign language warning from the center official. Nothing vulgar, but kind of waved the finger at him to let him know, hey, let's not go there.
Yeah, I think it wasn't for the foul. It was for the kicking the ball away afterwards.
Correct. I would say the official has been very demonstrative this evening.
Yeah.
Which I tend to enjoy.
Going in for the crew, we have number 11, Ethan Buchanan.
More subs for the crew. About 15 minutes left in this first half. Drew Cooley, Rhett Rapuzzi, Patrick Pyther, and Ethan Buchanan coming on for Charrington, Razy, Ruiz,